What's up, guys? Gonna try something new, something I have not tried, and that is like a webcam. So instead of giving you just a faceless voiceover, I'm gonna try this and see if I can import this and get it going. But we're gonna watch my round from Round Lake, Fairfield Park. I played the gold layout for the first time in like a year. The last time I shot there, shot 1 under par. Let's see how I shot this time around. This was filmed like 2 weeks ago. So it was still warm. It's almost Thanksgiving now. So here we go. Let's get into it. Here we are, hole one. I think to the gold basket it's just about 250. Trying to rip a zone to get there. Galen walks in front of it, but we still see the shot finish out. About 15 feet or so. First putt of the day. Good to hit it on the pole. That's always nice. Feels good hitting putts on the pole. Hole two here, about 385. Did not feel this headwind, but it was pretty evident that there was one there. Destroyer doesn't flip over like that. So ended up pulling that one just a bit, leaving those putts really low. Again, that headwind is now a left to right from where we were putting at. So taking a par there, 1 under par. Here's my tee shot on 3. It's a 540-foot par 4. Flexing the destroyer with the tailwind, so getting it way out there, probably pushing 450, just out of jump putt range here. The hole does finish slightly uphill, so it's difficult to get near circle 2, even with the tailwind. And there we go, tapping in. That was not a tapping, but getting in for birdie, 2 under par, teeing off one of my favorite holes here, big par 4, hole 4. 700 plus feet, trying to do the same flex shot with the destroyer. Unfortunately, Galen gets in the way again, and we do not see the shot finish, but it's way down there, probably pushing 500, getting to the corner, but on the edge of the rough on the right side, going hyzer up and over this kind of dense, like little tree area. I don't even know what they are, but when you're in there in the summer, it's like a jungle. It's ridiculous. Leaving it a little bit short, putt on an elevated basket. Pull a Nathan Queen and get it in there with no chains.
No chains.
Love that basket. That's a really cool position, really cool elevated basket. One of my favorite holes. Probably my favorite hole, actually. Hole 5 from the golds. First time playing it from the golds. The last time I remember it was flooded, so I didn't get a chance to play it. Not quite trying to give it a go for the 3. I mean, maybe if I flex the destroyer again, but I kind of liked how that turned over and just stayed in the fairway. It allowed me to chip up for 3 pretty easily as I get that putt in. Front 9, my putter was feeling pretty good. Hole 6. I remember last time I went at it with a Buzz SS and it kind of like went and faded. I don't really have a disc that can do that for me, especially at that distance now. I kind of just like throw too far, so tried to flex forehand a zone. In hindsight, backhanding the zone, or like maybe trying to float a Luna down there, or just like a rock 3 on a softer throw would have been just fine. I did just mention the putter was feeling good, but not quite on this hole. Gonna have to eat a bogey, bring me back down to 2 under par, right? Because we got 1, we got 3, we got 4, and then we just dropped 1. Yeah, so 2 under par. And then hole 7, fun par 4. Now we start to get into kind of like where the gold layout's much more distinct from the white layout. This hole, much more fun tee shot. From the white layout, it's like literally a 210-foot par shot. This way, you have to cross a river, play a par 4. Here I am deliberating what I want to throw here. Left myself a little bit of in a tricky spot. I would have liked to get some more fade. I threw a Anthony Barella T-Bird 3. Ultimately decide to go turnover forehand with the judge. It's probably my bread and butter shot, to be honest. I just love how that thing holds. Keeps going, and then clipped a bit of a bush, like a shorter shrub type deal, and wound up just outside the circle here. First real putt of the day. What's he got? What do I have? Dead central. Dead central. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go, hole 8. Let that one leak over to the left side. Tricky putt, straddle putt. A lot of down limbs over there, wow. Cash it dead center again, let's go.
That was beautiful.
Beautiful putt, Aiden. Well done, what a putt by me. Here we go now, hole 9. Funny story on hole 9, some guys let us play through. And after I threw this shot, this guy like asked my uncle really quietly what my name was. And I just kind of like, I'm standing there like waiting for my uncle to tee off, and he goes, Aiden? And I look over and he's like talking to this dude. And then as we're walking the fairway, he's like, yeah, he thought you were a pro. And I was like, oh, shoot, okay, I see you. I see me. And then we actually leapfrogged him again later in the course. And he said he thought I was Anthony Barella, which I've gotten before. So, you know, it's kind of funny. I've also played with him. You should, I mean, it's a crappy video, but you should check it out. Just scroll down. It's, I think, still my highest viewed video at like 1.6K. So. That was my approach here on 10. Missed it. That was a real missed opportunity. That was a great drive I threw. And unfortunately, going to have to eat a par here after that tee shot. Also couldn't get the birdie on hole 9. That was a funky putt I had to do. So here's hole 11, probably the hardest hole in the course. Very tight off the tee. I was trying to like hyzer flip, turnover, and instinct. Just let it leak a little bit, just like I did on this shot. I actually found that to be kind of a common thing. A lot of my anhyzer releases, I've been letting them drift. Like, just not like committing to the gap that I need to hit. So that's going to result. That was shot number 3. Here's 4. Kind of just decided to choke up and throw a forehand putter and just kind of just get to the basket. And it worked out. I'm going to be able to save par after two pretty bad shots from the tee and then shot after that. Moving to hole 12, probably the shortest of the like excursion you go on the gold layout. You go to a bunch of separate holes. I missed the gap, lucked out, managed to get about 22 feet, and then kind of like threw my worst 2 putts of the day. Did not quite have the focus. I remember trying to putt this, and I was like, I'm on fire. Like, don't miss. Rather than like, I'm on fire, we got this. And I was like, don't miss. Like, don't screw up your rhythm. And I did. Going instinct here, definitely a mistake because it kind of fell to a cut roll. So this is the other par 5 in like the separation. Yeah, this is absolute jail. So that's where my roller ended up, and then I couldn't even pitch out. So now I'm throwing 3 with a firebird from a knee, trying to make it back around the corner. This hole is like an S shape. So for me, it's a turnover as a lefty. Kind of come this way, and then you work your way back, and then it kind of goes straight back. That was probably a terrible description. But you see that, par 5. I was trying to kind of give that a run. It's probably the stupidest thing I ever did because it left me about 25 feet. But it let me redeem myself from the last hole. So made that putt, which is very similar to the one I just missed. Made the adjustment, got in, saved par. And then here we come to a par 3. A lot of these holes I'm still electing to go turnover just because it's actually probably easier to hit the gap lefty here and be able to carry to the basket. Whereas my righty hyzers are very much like go and kind of, I mean, I wouldn't say they stall out, but they definitely don't finish going forward very much. So like here, it's perfect because I can kind of just throw it up and let the disc do all the work back towards the fairway. So I did go righty there. That was a really great shot. I go lefty backhand here and really luck out off this tree. I really lucked out off that tree. Should not have happened. I should have screwed up another approach and had to eat another par. But instead I clean up for birdie. Moving to hole 15, this is where you kind of come back to the rest of the course. Going truth off the tee, and to be honest, I think I was really scared of that first available tree, and I kind of just babied it. And now I've putted from down there before. This time I had to deal with a bit of a low ceiling, like immediately on the hand. So I had to like laser beam it. Not quite my normal putting stance. so I had to take a par there. Chilling at like 6 under right now, I think.
Easiest hole in an hour.
17, one tree in the way. Your boy hits it, but fortunately, I got kicked back into the fairway with a chance to give this a run. This is kind of outside of jump putt range for me, but kind of is casual round. I'm just trying to give it a couple bids. In a tournament or a round that mattered, I'd be just pitching up with the judge. Forehand. Take a par there. Moving to the other hole that I really like on this course. Hole 18, big par 5. Going destroyer off the tee. Just trying to, get a bunch of distance and then have it finish back over the cart path inbounds. Getting an extra about 50 feet from the last time I played that hole. So that's hype. I wish I would have hugged that tree I had to miss a little bit better, so it was kind of more of a laser. Get an extra 20 feet or so. This shot I'm trying to get up to the basket, faded out a little bit on me. Again, if I had a little bit better footing, I could probably get up there. So now I've got about like an 80-footer, 75-footer for eagle. Nope.
I thought I brained it.
Nope. Good bid. Respectable bid. This one was for fun. Lifted a little short. So if I had averaged those two out, I would have had an eagle. So tapping in for 7 under par, 6-stroke improvement, and honestly, there's a lot more that I could have had there. So happy with that. 7 under is 1,000 rated, believe it or not. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.
7 under.
Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.